Hello everyone, I am CoolGuy, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most popular assault rifles in Destiny 2, the 450 round per minute class. We have the Kinetic Origin Story, the Energy URIEL'S Gift, Prosecutor, and Jiangshi. Now there's a fifth, the number from the Future War Cult, and once we get it, we will review it. But these four weapons today, I'm sure that you guys have seen these before, and if you haven't, we're going to discuss them a little bit and go in depth. And the consensus, and my personal opinion, is that they are the best assault rifle class in Destiny 2. Now that's arguable, of course it is. You can do well with any weapon, it seems. And what I really like about Destiny 2 is most weapons you do have a shot to do well with. Great weapon design so far. You don't really have to depend on things like rifled barrel, hidden hand, none of that. And this video is mostly going to be about PvP. They're still really good in PvE. I personally use them everywhere, even in the raid. That's how dependable they are. And before we get started, I would like to say that I do have these ranked, but make no mistake, all these weapons are very good, and these rankings are my own. My list might be a little bit different than yours, and that's okay. I would like to know your list at the end of the video. Really looking forward to it. With our stats today, we're going to be using Mercules' spreadsheet from the Crucible playbook. He does great work, and there's a link down below if you guys want to check it out and look at it. And I've cross-referenced some of the data in his breakdown and checked frame by frame on 4 random weapons, and it all checks out. And as far as in-depth stats go, I check databases and numbers. They all check out. So we're going to be rolling with them until further notice. All of us are still learning the game, like in my past video like the Dragon Shadow. All those times I did myself frame by frame. And I want to say it again, I really like that in Destiny 2 there are a lot of viable options. Sure, there are some top weapons, but you can still do well with a lot of different ones. And what that does is it brings these options to personal preference for the player. And this video aims to see what all these weapons have to offer and see if they can fit your playstyle. The 450 RPM auto rifles appear to be the best in class. Now as far as PvP, they appear to be the meta AR. And the 450, like I said in the SMG video, are right in the middle for our fire rate, and it's actually on the low-mid category. This combination meets our expectations for ease of use and damage dealt. They're very accurate assault rifles. For these numbers, they're going to be with Guardians at 200 health or 9 armor, which is good to do it that way. It means that a kill time will either be a bullet more or a bullet less, so it's good to take this average of 200. This assault rifle class has the best optimal kill time of all assault rifles in PvP at 1.07 seconds. They deal 23 to the head and 16 to the body. That optimal time is with 9 bullets, so 8 criticals and 1 body shot. They have the worst body shot kill damage at 1.6 seconds, but don't let that fool you. That's with 13 straight body shots. So if you land a critical, it puts you right back on track for the best body time to kill. That is ease of use, and in range, I find it really hard not to land at least 1 headshot. For each weapon, we're going to be covering the range. That's a stat that shows its furthest effective range. Stability, how stable it is when shooting. Reload speed, how fast it reloads. Handling, its aim down sights and how fast it is switching weapons. Aim assist, how sticky your reticle gets on console when acquiring your target going over him. We have recoil direction. The higher the stat, the better recoil control. Let's say you have a pulse rifle with 100 stability, and the 3 bullets, they're essentially going to go straight up because it's so stable. If you half that to 50, the burst will trail off to the left or to the right. So with auto rifles, the concept is going to be the same. The lower the stat, the more it jumps around and you're trying to fight it. The higher the stat, the more stability that you have, the more it stays central in your screen. Starting off at number 4, I have the Jiangshi, and all of the auto rifles today have the inherent precision frame, where the recoil is more predictably vertical. It has a range of 64, stability of 50, reload speed of 52, handling of 52, aim assist of 50, and recoil direction of 60. And side note, with player preference, even though I have this as my number 4, my friend Rhodesy has this as his number 1. The player plays a big factor into these. You can do well with any of them. It's all about feel and familiarity. The Jiangshi is an Omelon AR. Its sights are Spark PS, increases range, increases handling, and the range transmission sight greatly increases range, reduces stability. And remember, when you add a range scope, you're extending the weapon's effective range. It starts damage fall off a little bit further out. Its perks are Alloy Magazine, faster reloads when the mag is empty, and then steady rounds, increases stability and decreases your range. Its main perk is Hipfire Grip. You gain accuracy and stability when not in aim down sights and you're firing from the hip. Of the 4 weapons that we're looking at today, it has the best base stability, but it has the worst recoil direction. It means that it's the most stable of the 4, but it jumps around the most. Now those 2 stats go hand in hand on certain weapons, and assault rifles is one of them. I don't find its reload perk, stability perk, or hipfire perk that useful, and hipfire isn't the best on auto rifles, but the cone for the accuracy is a little bit tighter. It's not as good as a sidearm, and if need be, you do have that in your toolkit in close quarters combat. But when push comes to shove, I'm using the other options over it, but that definitely doesn't mean that this is a bad weapon, and I want to reiterate that. If you love this weapon, roll with it. If you don't have the other three that we're discussing today, and you only have the Jiangshi, put it on. I had a 7-0 flawless card using the Jiangshi last night. It's a good weapon. At number 3, I have the origin story, and this is probably the weapon that got the ball rolling for the 450s. It's obtained from the campaign or from Zavala. It can drop as a secondary reward from other vendors as well, rarely. This is our kinetic weapon of the bunch, which is important, and we're going to discuss it in the final portion of the showcase in a little bit as we go on. It has a range of 70, stability of 46, reload speed of 47, handling of 43, aim assist of 45, and a recoil direction stat of 73. The origin story has the worst handling and aim assist of the 4 that we're talking about today, but it has the best recoil direction. Now, it might not be the snappiest of the 4, it might not be as sticky as them, but the shots stay true with its recoil direction. They stay tight, central in your screen. Paired with a precision frame that we do have inherently, and also a counterbalance mod, you can really see the recoil direction in action. Its sights are Hitmark IS, increases handling speed and range. Red Dot MOA2 increases range and stability, and the Red Dot Micro increases range and handling speed. So some of the sights do help out its poor handling, and I'm sure that some of these sights do add aim assist as well. So the choice is going to be between handling or stability with these 3 sights. Its perks are a pinned magazine, boost the magazine from 33 to 36, and then flared magwell slightly increases stability, greatly increases reload speed. Its main perk is Rampage. Kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage. It stacks up to 3 times. After you get a kill, you get 10% more damage to the damage you previously were doing. It really is a great PvE and PvP weapon. Now, everything considered, it is one of the better options in the game for the 450 class, especially since it's kinetic. That's what it really has over the other weapons that we're covering today. Most enemies do not have shields, and then you have the Rampage perk to keep mowing them down. At number 2, we have the Trials of the 9 Prosecutor. Obtained from Trials, it is a beastly weapon. It has a range of 73, stability of 48, reload speed of 50, handling of 51, aim assist of 44, and recoil direction stat of 69. It has the highest base range, second highest stability, but the worst aim assist of the 4 that we're talking about. For the barrels, we have Chambered Compensator, increases stability, moderately increases recoil control, slightly decreases handling. Corkscrew Rifling, slightly increases range, stability, and handling speed, and then the polygonal rifling increases stability. Its perks are Slideways. Sliding partially reloads this weapon's magazine and temporarily boosts handling and stability. And then we have Tap the Trigger. Grants a short period of increased stability and accuracy on the initial trigger pull. Both of these are really good perks, and we're going to dive deeper into Tap the Trigger in a moment, but Slideways is a good perk in both PvE and PvP. Sliding gets you a tad more ammo back. It's great in the raid, at the gauntlet part at least, and in PvP the boost to handling and stability are noticeable. The only downside is you have to slide, and if some of you guys haven't noticed, sometimes you need to slide around a corner only to get team shot. You can't really do it like you could in Destiny 1. You have to be cautious with it, and it's going to be up to you. But with Tap the Trigger, remember, every time you start firing that weapon, you're going to have the perk. So when you're choosing between these two, just keep that in mind. Its final perk is Hipfire Grip, again, same as the Jiangshi, more accuracy and stability when firing from the hip. Now the Prosecutor, in my opinion, is a better version of the Jiangshi. Better sights, better overall stats. When you consider the overall total package of the weapon, with the better perks, it's just better. But the player is going to be the judge of that, that's just my opinion. And this particular auto rifle has been picking up steam as one of the top weapons in the game. A lot of people are using it. All of its perks really work together, but there is another 450 round per minute auto rifle that I believe is a little bit better. And the number 1 in class and possibly of all assault rifles is the URIEL'S Gift. Now this comes mostly from Nessus, from our good old friend Failsafe, but it can drop as secondary rewards as well as other rank ups. It has a range of 70, stability of 45, reload speed of 46, handling of 46, aim assist of 54, and a recoil direction stat of 71. The URIEL'S Gift has the worst reload speed, the worst stability, but it has the best aim assist and the second best recoil direction stat. And you might see that and think, why would you put that as your number 1? We'll talk about it in a second. Its sights are Spark PS, increases range and stability, and then the Flash sight increases range and stability and highlights enemy targets. Its perks are high caliber rounds, slight increase to range and can stagger your target, then steady rounds, greatly increases stability, slightly decreases range. And its main perk is Tap the Trigger, grant a short period of increased stability and accuracy on the initial trigger pull. This lasts for a little over half a second. You could say it lasts for a split second, as a matter of fact. Your first 6 bullets come out lightning fast and stable with the Tap the Trigger perk. Remember, for our optimal time to kill, we need 8 critical and 1 body, and that isn't really achievable most of the time to land all 8, but it's the ease of use of this particular assault rifle and the combination of the stats that really make it stand out. First off, historically, sights have added aim assist and accuracy in the past. Now the flash sight really has synergy with the URIEL'S gift. I believe it really does add aim assist, not confirmed, but it feels like it. And why I believe it's the best pound for pound assault rifle in class is the combination of the flash sight, high caliber rounds, the particular hidden stats, and then tap the trigger. High caliber rounds in general are back, in my opinion. In PvE it constantly knocks enemies backwards, and in PvP it does apply flinch. High caliber rounds also sets this AR apart from the rest. It's the only one that has it. And here's my reasoning to why this is the best one. With all things considered, the first shot is key in PvP. You have the best aim assist of the 4, combined with the second highest recoil direction. You have tap the trigger. All of this makes it very, very sticky, very stable, and you're staggering them. The first few shots feel so clean on the URIEL'S gift, and it's easy to control with its stats. And when you break it down, this is what's happening. When you and an enemy see each other at the same exact time, you start firing at each other, you are combating flinch that is applied to you with tap the trigger, and you're creating flinch with high caliber rounds. That split second of tap the trigger and all the other small but noticeable stats like aim assist and recoil direction really start to fall in line. It's a very nasty combination. It's an ideal combination. In a game where primary gunfights are the most prevalent, this weapon stands out. So for an all-around comparison of these 4 assault rifles, the best range goes to the Prosecutor, the best stability goes to the Jiangshi, best reload speed goes to the Jiangshi, handling goes to the Jiangshi, the best aim assist is the URIEL'S gift, and the best recoil direction goes to the origin story, and the URIEL'S gift is right behind it. Again, they've done a really good job with these weapons, and looking at these stats, the Jiangshi really stands out, but it's the perks and hidden stats that truly set these weapons apart. And honestly, that's why a lot of players swear by the Jiangshi, because on paper, and it translates into game, these stats, it's really good, and there really is no wrong answer to what you think is the #1 of these 4. Player preference, again, plays into it. Origin story being kinetic is a really big thing. It frees up things like Cold Heart, Last Hope, Skyburner's Oath, but on the other hand, URIEL'S Gifting Company, they free up weapons like Nameless Midnight, Might of Multi-Tool, Better Devils. But again, pound for pound, the weapon that works with you is the URIEL'S gift, and I stand by that. So I hope you guys learned something, and the goal was to learn a little bit more about these weapons that we're falling in love with and try to understand them a little bit more. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of these weapons. What is your favorite one and why? How would you rank them? Please remember to rate the video. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.